aitah for giving my wife 3 options. So let me start by giving you all a little history of my wife, 39, and I, 38. We were high school sweethearts, but ultimately I broke it off with her because our lives were going in opposite directions. I was laser focused on sports and higher education, and she wanted to party with friends. Fast forward about 20 years and I am back in our hometown visiting my family, and I run into her working at the local Walmart. We exchange pleasantries and make a plan to meet for dinner to catch up. Well, everything goes well, and we talk well into the night, and it feels like we've been friends forever even though we haven't talked for about 15 years. So we decide to start dating, but we live 1,200 miles apart. So I would fly her down to my place about every other month for a week or so for a year and a half. Then we start talking about her moving here. Well, here's where things start to get complicated. She has a young son. Yes, the father does spend a little time here and there with his son, but very little. When his son goes over there, his father mostly just plays video games, and his son watches. The father works very part-time under the table and pays nothing for his son and pays no child support. So eventually my girlfriend at that time moved in with me, and the father of their son agreed to let her bring their son. We have never kept his son from him. I have also flown the father here multiple times so he can spend time with his son. We sent his son up to stay with him over the summer last year when school was out. Now to the crux of it all. The father has recently moved to the town that we live in to be closer to his son, which I don't mind except for the fact that we live in an expensive area. The father finds a room to rent from someone and has found a job working about 20 hours a week. He refuses to buy a car and is constantly calling my wife for rides. When he wants to see their son, my wife has to drive him over to his house and then go pick him up later. Some days when he's off work, he magically ends up at our house and we feed him and all of that. So it gets to the point where I feel like I am supporting this man because my wife is a stay-at-home wife. So I am 100% of the home's financial income. I have addressed this multiple times with my wife and she just says, I know, but he's son's father and I don't want son to miss out on having a father, which I get, but I don't think I should be the one supporting him. So last night I talked to my wife again about the situation and I gave her 3 options. I told her she needed to talk to him and let him know that she was not going to be driving him around everywhere and he was not going to be eating at our house 3 nights a week and hanging out at our house. I offered to talk to him, but she declined me talking to him. Then I told her that the second option was for her to get a job so she could spend her money on him. This is when she started to get mad and said I was being financially controlling. So I responded by telling her that her third option would be a divorce. I never yelled or even got upset. I'm just to the point where I'm not going to be supporting the father because he utterly refuses to do anything with his life. I love my wife and stepson, but I just think that is asking too much.